starts up there, hidden to the world just below the desert road, which the very first international spy base in New Zealand was on the desert road because of the clearness of the atmosphere, and the technology at the time made that one much better, that site better. And so it's kind of a really condensed version of the history of New Zealand's involvement in spying from the late, it's after the Second World War really this takes off. And it goes through, so the first verse is about the inception, and the second one is about, well, actually we were part of this spying alliance and it kind of failed us because we were involved with the Americans and the British and the Australians and the Canadians, but nobody told us that the French were coming to blow up the Rainbow Warrior. Where was all the surveillance then? How come these French people got in and blew the boat up? That's what the spies are for, it's not that stuff. Before the Rainbow Warrior was blown up, New Zealand had already taken the bold stand of making ourselves nuclear free. And the USS Buchanan was the nuclear destroyer that came from the States, that was the final ship that said, no, you're not coming in. You're not declaring, therefore you're not coming in. And that was the stand that we made. And within the next 12 months after that, the Americans, it's kind of, in Hager's book, it's kind of like, well, they kind of knew, but they was just like, well, you're not playing the games, and we're not going to tell you the French are going to blow your boat up, so it's going to die. And so we aren't equal partners in this international racket. We are just pawns passing on information. So, and essentially, when it comes right down to, so all of that given, there's still three guys who went in with probably a $2.50 rusty sickle down from a second-hand shop and destroyed for, in a period of time, the network. And it stopped things. And it brought attention and awareness to people, but it stopped things. They couldn't transmit information. They stopped it because the main argument, because it's just a big rubber balloon, and underneath it there's a dish. And as soon as you could see the dish, people could figure out where it was pointing. It's like, you're listening to our satellite. What are you listening to our satellite for? So there's all this diplomatic problems came from it as well. So it's essentially, what's that statement? That thing about small groups of people are generally, small groups of passionate people are usually the only people that actually do changes things. You know, you can do great reactions. But if you've got, you know, commitment and a passion and an idea and rationale and reason to do something, you can actually make significant difference. It's really simple somehow.